win, go win, go win, go win, go win, man, go win.
Let's transition to my NFL Wise Pick segment of the week. It's my NFL Week 8 Wise Picks. I went 9-6 in Week 7, so I was very, very happy with my record in Week 7. Could have been much better, but the 4 o'clock window games got me. And then in the Monday night matchup, I had the damn Texans beating the Seahawks. I should have known C.J. Stroud and the Texans were not going to beat Sam Darnold and the Seahawks. I should have knew. I tried to roll with the Texans. The Texans are trying to get back into the playoff race in the AFC, and they completely messed up my damn picks for Week 7. But I still finished with a 9-6 record. Let's see how I do in Week 8. The 0-7 New York Jets are traveling to the Queen City to take on the 3-4 Cincinnati Bengals. The Jets are a mess. I feel bad for Aaron Glenn because he does not have a true quarterback right now. They benched Justin Fields last week for Tyrod Taylor, but Tyrod Taylor is not the answer for the Jets. Joe Flacco and the Bengals, they put up 33 points against the Steelers in Week 7. And they got Jamar Chase and T. Higgins, two of the top receivers in the NFL. I'm rolling with the Bengals to beat the Jets in the Queen City at Paycor Stadium. I'll go Bengals 28, Jets 14. The 4-2 Buffalo Bills are traveling to Carolina to take on the 4-3 Carolina Panthers. It's a 1 o'clock kickoff in Carolina. The Bills are favored by 7.5 points. The over-under for this matchup is 45.5 points. The Bills are fresh off of a bye week in Week 7. And the Bills did lose 2 straight games before their bye week. They lost to the Patriots, and then they lost against the Falcons on a Monday night before their bye. Panthers, they beat the Jets in Week 7, and they also beat the Cowboys in Week 6, 30-27, and they beat the Dolphins in Week 5, 27-24. So the Panthers are on a 3-game winning streak, but it's not going to be 4 games for the Panthers because I believe Josh Allen and the Buffalo Bills will take care of the Panthers. And Josh Allen is 7-0 in his career off of a bye. I'm rolling with Josh Allen and the Buffalo Bills to beat the Panthers. I'll go Bills 27, Panthers 24. Close game in Carolina. The 5-2 San Francisco 49ers are traveling to H-Town to take on the 2-4 Houston Texans. The Texans are favored by 1.5 points. It's a 1 o'clock kickoff in H-Town. The over-under for this matchup is 41.5 points. Listen, I've been betting against the 49ers all season long, and the 49ers have impressed me through these first 7 weeks of the season. They are undermanned. They are dealing with a bunch of injuries. Brock Purdy's been out. Defensively, they lost Fred Warner for the season. They lost Nick Bosa for the season, and they are still winning games. They beat the Falcons last week in that Sunday night matchup 20-10, and Christian McCaffrey was balling in that game. Christian McCaffrey had 24 carries, 129 rushing yards, averaged over 5 yards per carry, 2 touchdowns, also had 72 receiving yards. I believe in order for the San Francisco 49ers to continue to win games, they're going to need CMC to play at an elite level, but you got to manage CMC because McCaffrey's starting to get older. You don't want to have him carrying the football 20 to 25 times per game because once you get into December, I believe McCaffrey, he's not going to have enough in the tank to carry the Niners over the hump. But the Texans have been awful this year. They're 2-4. They lost in week 7 against the Seahawks, 27-19. And just overall, offensively, the last year and a half, the Texans have not been a good NFL offense. C.J. Stroud has regressed. So I've been betting against the 49ers. I'm rolling, though, with the Texans to beat the 49ers in Houston. I know everything that I just said sounds like I was going to pick the 49ers, but I'm still going to roll with the Texans in a must-win. I'm going Texans 24, 49ers 21. The New York Giants, who are 2-5, are traveling to Philly to take on the 5-2 Philadelphia Eagles. It's an NFC East battle in Philly. The Eagles are favored by 7.5 points. It's a 1 o'clock kickoff in Philly at Lincoln Financial Field. The over-under for this matchup is 44.5 points. This is a revenge game for the Philadelphia Eagles. Remember, Jackson Dart, Cam Scatterboo, they beat the Eagles in week 6, 34-17 in New York. But Dart and Scatterboo, they collapsed against the Denver Broncos in week 7. Philadelphia Eagles, they had a very, very impressive win over the Vikings in week 7, 28-22. And Jalen Hurts was dealing in that game. Both A.J. Brown and Devontae Smith had over 100 yards receiving in that game. Eagles are the better football team. I'm rolling with the Eagles to beat the Giants in Philadelphia. I'll go Eagles 30, Giants 17. The 2-5 Cleveland Browns are traveling to Foxborough to take on the 5-2 New England Patriots. The Browns beat the Dolphins in week 7, but the Dolphins are a terrible football team. The Patriots are playing some really, really, really good football right now, and Drake May has played sensational for the Patriots. I love their head coach and Mike Vrabel. Patriots are a better football team than the Browns are, so I'm rolling with the Patriots to beat the Browns in Foxborough. I'll go Patriots 24, Browns 13. The 4-2 Chicago Bears, they are traveling to Baltimore to take on the 1-5 Baltimore Ravens. The Ravens are favored by 6.5 points. It's a 1 o'clock kickoff in Baltimore. The over-under for this matchup is 49.5 points. The Bears, they have won 4 straight games after starting the season off 0-2. So all the Ben Johnson doubt that was taking place in Chicago, in the Windy City, I'm pretty sure now the Bears fans are happy with how Ben Johnson has coached this football team. They're on a 4-game winning streak, but their 4 wins: Cowboys, week 3, Raiders, week 4, week 6, Commanders, week 7, the Saints. The Bears have not beaten a significant team yet. They don't have a signature win yet in my eyes. Ravens are getting back Lamar Jackson in this game. It's a must win for Lamar and the Baltimore Ravens. So I'm rolling with the Ravens to beat the Bears in Baltimore. I'll go Ravens 31, Bears 20. The 1-5 Miami Dolphins, pardon me, they're 1-6. The 1-6 Miami Dolphins are traveling to Atlanta to take on Michael Penix and the 3-3 Atlanta Falcons. The Falcons are favored by 7.5 points. It's a 1 o'clock kickoff in Atlanta. The over-under for this matchup is 44.5 points. The Dolphins are mailing it in. I'm not sure that Mike McDaniel is going to be the head coach in 2026. Tua has been awful. It's a mess down there in Miami. But I don't feel bad for those brothers because they down there in Miami, in South Beach. So when you're in South Beach and you're struggling at work, you don't really feel as bad once you leave the facility if you're in Miami. Okay, you right there on Ocean Drive in Miami, in South Beach. I'm pretty sure their struggles on the field are not going to translate to their struggles off the field because, quite frankly, if you're a Miami Dolphins player, you don't probably have much struggles off the field as far as climate and lifestyle down there in Miami. But Falcons, on the other hand, they are 3-3. I thought the Falcons should have beaten the 49ers in week 7. That was an opportunity for the Falcons to prove that they had arrived and that they are contenders in the NFC. But the Falcons are a much better football team than the Dolphins are. I'm rolling with the Falcons to beat the Dolphins at Mercedes-Benz Stadium in Atlanta. I'll go Falcons 34, Dolphins 13. It's an NFC South battle in New Orleans as Baker Mayfield and the 5-2 Tampa Bay Buccaneers are traveling to New Orleans to take on Spencer Rattler and the 1-6 New Orleans Saints. The Buccaneers are favored by 3.5 points. It's a 4:05 p.m. kickoff in New Orleans. The over-under for this matchup is 46.5 points. I'm not going to spend too much time on this game. The Buccaneers are a much better football team than the Saints are. Baker Mayfield is significantly better than Spencer Rattler. I'm going Tampa Bay 30, Saints 17. It's an AFC South battle in Indy as the 1-6 Tennessee Titans are traveling to Indy to take on the surprisingly 6-1 Indianapolis Colts. The Colts are favored by 14.5 points. It's a 4:25 p.m. kickoff. The over-under for this matchup is 47.5 points. The Titans are 1-6, and they do not have a head coach. They fired Brian Callahan a few weeks ago, and they have been a bad football team in their first 7 games so far this year. They lost in week 7. I believe it was against the Patriots. The Colts, on the other hand, they have been, in my eyes, the most surprising team in the NFL so far this year. And right now, they are the biggest contenders, not only just in the AFC South, but they are the biggest threats to the Chiefs right now in the AFC. I think the Chiefs right now, how they are playing, they're the best team in the AFC. But the biggest threats to the Chiefs are the Indianapolis Colts. Daniel Jones is playing at an elite level right now. So I'm rolling with the Colts to dominate the Titans. I'll go Colts 35, Titans 13. The Washington Commanders, who are 3-4, they are traveling to Kansas City to take on the 4-3 Kansas City Chiefs. The Chiefs are favored by 10.5 points. Now it's 12.5 because the Commanders announced that Jaden Daniels will miss this game. It's an 8:15 p.m. kickoff. The over-under for this matchup is 47.5 points. Without Jaden Daniels, the Commanders have zero chance of beating the Chiefs in Arrowhead. So with that being said, I'm rolling with Patrick Mahomes and the Kansas City Chiefs to beat Marcus Mariota and the Washington Commanders. I'll go Chiefs 28, Commanders 17. Those are my NFL Week 8 Wise Picks.